time now on Sky Sports Radio for Going Greyhounds for your daily update of the latest news and tips.
It's 12 to 11 and from Greyhound Racing New South Wales. Good morning, Mick Cowley. How are you, Mick?
Good morning, Cossie. How are you, mate?
Fantastic. You got a special guest?
We do indeed. Before we get to the special guest, we've got a big race tonight up at Albion Park, the Gold Bullion at Group 1, $235,000 race. The heats were held last week, and we might have a listen to that fastest qualifier. It was Fernando Blaster.
Racing fast away, Fernando Blaster box 2, but here comes Big Boy Bruce down the outside, but Fernando Blaster cleared them. Charming Chaos got a run down the outside to second, third Big Boy Bruce, followed then by Cooper Duper. Well back in the field, Smooth Axe Sequana was near last with Circle of Dreams. He's flying tonight, Fernando Blaster comes off the back, 4 clear over Charming Chaos, 5 away Big Boy Bruce, a break then to Cooper Duper and Smooth Axe, but it is all Fernando Blaster. He's back to his brilliant best, Fernando Blaster by 6. Second Big Boy Bruce, third Charming Chaos, followed by Smooth Act, then came Cooper Duper.
It was his brilliant best last Thursday night, and we're joined thankfully today by his trainer Terry Jordan. Terry, thanks for joining us, and they must be getting very excited about tonight's big feature.
Yeah, Mick, looking forward to it. It's these sort of races don't come around that often for me, so yeah, very excited.
Mate, as Johnny Brash said there, he's back to his brilliant best. He's kind of been back to his best pretty much since his return from that injury later in the year, right from Lismore Cup, Casino Cup, Ipswich Cup. You've taken him around and he's run some pretty impressive performances.
He certainly has, yeah. But he seems to be jumping a lot much better since he had that bit of a break, and we're very happy with him. Just hope he can keep it going for at least another week.
Terry, this race tonight, it's really, really hot field. Good odds Harada, Feral Frankie, Seneki, and of course Fernando Blaster. This would be the real true test for him in this sort of company.
Oh, it certainly is. They don't get much better than that, do they?
It's very hot, but he set the time on the board last week in those heats, 29.66. That was a brilliant performance.
It was very, very good. He had a vacant box on the inside of him last week, and he does need room. He's not the sort of dog and cop checks and recover. He's one of those dogs that it's all or nothing, and if they don't touch him, he can run the hands off the clock. If he gets a couple of checks, he's going to struggle.
Mate, I guess the key is the jump. If Seneki gets away, it's going to be hard to catch. If Your Blood gets away, it will be hard to catch. Is that where you see the key to the race?
Yeah, it's. I looked at the times over the last few weeks, and I run 5:54 to the mark last week. I think Good Odds Harada runs 5:54 to the mark, and when Seneki won the golden ticket, he runs 5:54 to the mark. So, yeah, you think there's something's got to give on that first corner, and I'm just hoping that I can be leading.
It's going to be hold your breath and fingers crossed and hope for the best going into that first turn.
Oh, I think it will be. It'll be all or nothing, I think.
Terry, is the key to him? As you said, he's jumping a lot better since he has come back. Is that the key? Is that the big difference?
Yeah, I think so. He's probably matured a bit. I think all the travelling, I think, has matured the dog. He's 3 in a few days' time, and I think he's probably at his peak at the moment. And I think he can probably hold for the next 3 or 4 months. So we've got fingers crossed.
What are the plans moving ahead after tonight? Is it Paws of Thunder down in Sydney?
Yeah, we don't look too far ahead. Probably depend how he goes tonight, but if he goes well and performs well, I think it's logical step would be the Paws of Thunder in Sydney next week.
Well, mate, best of luck tonight. Fingers crossed for you. As I said, everyone will be holding their breath into that first turn. It's going to be a crack of a race. It'll be on 8:27 our time down here, and best of luck to you and all the other runners in the race, particularly the New South Wales dogs.
Thanks, Mick, and yes, all the best for everybody, and hope it's a clean race and we all get home and hit safe and sound.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for joining us, Terry.
Thanks, Mick. Bye-bye.
Cosy, there he was, Terry Jordan. He's got the fastest qualifier. One of the 3 or 4 real chances in that final tonight. It's going to be a cracking race.
Could be a big night for Frank and Tracy Hurst with the good odds Harada too.
Absolutely. They're obviously the $10 million chase winner. They've drawn box 3 in that final alongside brother Feral Frankie and Fernando Blaster on the other side. If good odds Harada does happen to win tonight and win the $150,000 first prize, it'll take him to the top of the table in terms of greyhounds in Australia's stake earners. It would take him to 1.385 million, which would surpass champions Fanta Bale and Fernando Bale, the two dogs that sit ahead of him on that list at the moment. So, obviously that $1 million prize is a good boost to that tally, but it'd be a fantastic achievement for Frank and Tracy if good odds Harada can add another Group 1. Of course, he won the Group 1 Megastar Adapto last month and chasing another Group 1 tonight at Albion Park. It'll be a fantastic race, as we said.
All right, now a bit of interest and big interest too at the Gardens today, Mick.
I think there will. It's just a non-grade race at the Gardens, race 4 at 4:04 this afternoon. Dog going around out of the one box called Turbo Thomas. Turbo Thomas was beaten in his first start. It's kind of one of those stories where you back him in the first start and you haven't backed him since. That would be my sort of luck, Cozzy, but he's won 16 on the bounce since that first start defeat at Richmond. Going for 17 in a row today at the Gardens, as I said, 4:04 this afternoon. 17 in a row would be a new tab record. He equalled the record on Boxing Day at Maitland of Fernando Bale, who won 16 in a row, and another Hunter Valley dog called Miss Ellie Mint also won 16 in a row. So he's looking for the record on his own today, Turbo Thomas. Of course, there's non-tab dogs that have strung longer streaks together. The Australian record is actually a dog called Tropical One, far north Queensland, who won 24 in a row. But in terms of tab racing, this would be the record if Turbo Thomas does happen to win today and make it number 17 in a row.
Right, now we've got the Bushfire Appeal going, the red and yellow rugs. How's that going, Mick?
No, we do indeed. We had some more winners yesterday, 6 winners all up at Dapto and Maitland. That's the appeal where every time the 1 dog or the 5 dog win a race on a New South Wales tab track, GRNSW will kick in $100 to the Bushfire Appeal. And already in the first 5 races at Wagga today, we've had a couple of number 1s win. So at the moment, we're up to 3,600 and we've got the rest of January to continue that. So everyone should keep cheering the 1 and the 5, the red and the yellow, the colours of the Rural Fire Service in all those races around the state.
Now, make a few time changes today, but have you got a few best bets for us?
I do indeed. As you mentioned, Cozzy, there are a few time changes because of the extreme weather forecasts that are forecast today. As we heard a little bit earlier, that was race 5 at Wagga that chimed in not too long ago. Wagga's first race was off at 9:45 this morning, so that meeting will be finished nice and early. The Richmond meeting was originally a twilight time slot. It's now going to kick off at 11:24 and finish at 2:19. And the meeting at the Gardens, the one I was just speaking about, it kicks off at 2:49 and will finish at 6:14. As for best bets, we'll wait until late at Wagga. We'll go race 10, number 6, Ritz Go Boy. Richmond will go race 5, number 3, Drink Beer. Who doesn't like to do that? And at the Gardens, we'll go race 6, number 6, My Sapphire. So they're the best for today, and I'm sure there's plenty more winners over the weekend as well, Cozzy.
All right, terrific. Good on you, Mick. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, mate.